What is going on, guys? I am Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm going to be counting down the top 5 best budget gaming monitors under $300. And if at any point during the video you want to check out any of the 5 monitors in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. I do got you guys, but let's jump into number 5. And that is the Sceptre E248B-FPT168. Super budget friendly, coming in at only $182 on Amazon right now, so basically it fits anyone's budget. This has a resolution of 1080p at a size of 24 inches. This also hits 165 hertz, so it will be easy to hit those higher frames, those 160s, 140 frames, even if you have a less powerful rig or an older rig. Now, this is an IPS panel, which means you're gonna have a wider color gamut, great viewing angles, and typically much better ghosting than a VA panel. It's pretty crazy that you can even get a high refresh rate IPS gaming panel like this under $200. I mean, this is something that you can even edit some YouTube videos or some photos on. All right, now response time and ghosting. This has a 1 millisecond gray to gray response time, which is fantastic. And basically what that translates to in game is you are not gonna see any ghosting. Even when doing the UFO test, in all of my tests, there's basically no ghosting at all. So that is awesome. Now, as far as variable refresh rate, this panel has FreeSync Premium, and during testing, we didn't really see any screen tearing, so that is awesome. Now, going over colors and brightness, that hits 99% of the sRGB color gamut, and it gets up to a max brightness of 320 nits, which is really good. Now, the stand is where they kind of cheap out. It only has tilt. However, you can definitely hook this up to a monitor arm. I will link a monitor arm below to Amazon that I've tested with every single monitor on this list, and it's under $50, so check it out below if you're on a budget. But obviously, this is VESA mountable with 100mm by 100mm VESA mounts. Moving on to the number 4 spot, this is the LG 27UL500-W. This thing is awesome. It is a 4K monitor coming in at just under $300. It is currently $297 on Amazon right now. Now, this has a massive resolution of 4K at 27 inches, so super crispy and clear. Now, this is not a super high refresh rate panel. Again, you're not gonna see 4K at high refresh rate under $300. It's crazy that this is even $300. So it is 60 hertz, but for console gaming or for PC gaming at 4K, it's really awesome. This again is an IPS panel, so great colors and viewing angles and such. Even though this is not a super gamer oriented monitor, it still does incredibly well. The ghosting is very, very minimal. You basically cannot see it, and it's much better than basically every VA panel, even a gaming VA panel out there, so that's pretty impressive. Now, this has FreeSync, and it works quite well because there is basically no screen tearing, which actually is kind of crazy because I was expecting some on this monitor. But yeah, LG's been absolutely killing it with their panels lately. Now, for colors and brightness, this has 98% of the sRGB color space and 300 nits of brightness. So very similar to that Sceptre, but again, 27 inches, 4K, you're getting a lot of resolution. If you guys like resolution and gaming high resolution, this monitor is epic for it. Now, the stand only has tilt. They had to cheap out somewhere, and this is VESA compatible with 100mm by 100mm VESA mounts. This monitor is epic, absolutely epic for console gamers, or if you want to game at 4K, like some Forza Horizon, Red Dead Redemption, anything at 4K, it's awesome for gaming. Moving on to the number 3 spot, this is the AOC 24G2 Frameless, coming in at $225. Now, this is a 1080p at a size of 24 inches, and the max refresh rate is 144 hertz, so very similar to that Sceptre in terms of if you don't have the newest technology, you don't have the most beefy rig out there, you're still gonna be able to hit those high 100s with your frame rate. Now, this is also an IPS panel, and the reason I'm sticking with IPS panels is because, again, with this monitor, basically no ghosting. With modern day IPS panels, ghosting has just been cut so much compared to something like a VA panel. Most gaming oriented IPS panels have very little ghosting, whereas most gaming oriented VA panels will still have a bit of ghosting. So yeah, the AOC is awesome with ghosting. This does have FreeSync, and screen tearing is very minimal. As you can see, I'm only putting the best monitors on this list. Now, colors are great, hitting 94% of the Adobe RGB color gamut, and having a great peak brightness of 375 nits. This panel is vibrant and beautiful. All right, now the stand is awesome. It is the most adjustable on the list with height adjustability, tilt, rotation, 90 degrees vertical, and swivel. It has all 4 adjustments on the stand. Very cool. And this is VESA compatible with 100mm by 100mm VESA mounts. Now coming into the number 2 spot, this is the LG 24GN650-B. This thing is super budget friendly and you get a ton for your money, coming in at only $230. This is my all-time favorite 24-inch gaming monitor out there. This has a resolution of 1080p and a size of 24 inches, and this hits a max refresh rate of 144 Hz. So again, you can hit those super high frame rates even if you don't have the newest rig. Now again, this is an IPS panel, but it has incredibly low input lag, which is a huge thing if you're a fast-paced gamer. In fact, I think this is the fastest 24-inch 1080p monitor on the planet. Now this has basically no ghosting with a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. This has FreeSync Premium, and throughout testing, we had no screen tearing. All right, now colors and brightness. This thing hits 99% of the sRGB color space with a max brightness of 350 nits, which it hits a lot of the time, so it's very bright and very vibrant. All right, now the stand is awesome. The quality on the stand is just a little bit above the AOC, but this has height adjustability, tilt, and it has full rotation going completely vertical. Now I actually prefer this one over the AOC, 1, because I don't really like swivel, and 2, the stand on the LG gets a little bit higher and the materials are just a little bit nicer. But again, this is VESA compatible with 100mm by 100mm VESA mounts, and this is the most recommended 24-inch gaming monitor on this list and from me in general. But let's move on to the number 1 spot. And that is the LG 27GN800-B. This is absolutely the best gaming monitor you can buy under $300, coming in at $295 right now. Now this has a resolution of 1440p at 27 inches and a max refresh rate of 144 Hz, which means you're gonna get that higher resolution, higher PPI, and you're gonna get a bigger screen, so you get that higher refresh rate and the resolution together. This is an IPS panel, and it again has very low input lag, basically no ghosting with a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. And this not only has FreeSync, but it also has NVIDIA certified G-Sync compatibility, which is absolutely awesome. Never did we see screen tearing during the testing. This thing's awesome, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna like that it has G-Sync. Colors and brightness are awesome, hitting 99% of the sRGB color space and hitting 350 nits of brightness. Not only that, but from the factory, these LG monitors come pre-calibrated, so that is one reason you might wanna go to this monitor. It's gonna come pre-calibrated from the factory. The image is crisp, bright, and vibrant, and overall the most beautiful panel on the list. Now the stand is where this thing lacks because it only has tilt adjustability, but get yourself that monitor arm and you'll be set. And obviously this is VESA compatible with 100mm by 100mm VESA mounts, but overall the LG 27GN800-B is the absolute best monitor, gaming monitor you can buy under $300. Again, if you want to check out any of the 5 monitors in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But yeah, any of these 5 monitors would be absolutely awesome. I kept them all IPS. I kept the ghosting super low on all of them, no screen tearing. Obviously, they had to fit a lot of categories to be on this list, and all of that under $300. But yeah, if you want to get the best one on the list, obviously if you're a console gamer, you want the 4K, go for the 4K one. But if you want an overall package, you're a PC gamer, you want 1440p, 27 inches, go with that LG 27GN800. That thing is amazing for the price. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy other videos like this, I do a ton of them, so please consider subscribing below. But this was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.